Every MMO has these kinds of players who makes you want to uninstall the game, and Throne and Liberty is no exception. Whether they're ruining dungeon runs, scamming the market, or just being plain toxic, today we're ranking the most annoying players in MMORPG games, from irritating to actual menace in the society. Let's dive in. The AFK Leecher. These are the types of players that I want to slap because of how irritating they are. The thing is, they're not even doing anything, and that is the problem. Everyone is trying to clear the dungeon clearing mobs to get to the boss room, doing their best so that you could all finish it as early as possible. Then all of a sudden you'd see a dude named Live Laugh Toaster Bath in your party not moving in spawn. Then you start thinking this dude is trying to slack off the dungeon run. Or they purely just forgot that they're in queue for a dungeon, like they're either watching YouTube on their second monitor or straight up just stood up to make a sandwich and forgot that they're on a dungeon run. After they come back, you're now in the boss room, and they get some hits in to get the reward. They did little to no work and got the same rewards that you got, which is very unfair. Now you feel like it's 1850s again because he acted like you guys are his slaves. Next are the drama queens. It was just a normal day, a day like any other. But then suddenly you open up the world chat, and there's a full-blown essay written about somebody stealing loot from the guild. Ladies and gentlemen, we're now witnessing an online drama. They're usually exposing their guild for how corrupt they handle guild loots. Some of them are true, and some of them are just because they're salty. I had this happen to me once where my guild officers were called out in the world chat for only giving loots to the higher-ups and their friends in the guild. I asked my guild members, which case is he referring to? And they all said it was about a world boss drop that our guild got the other day. And I was the winner of that item because I had the highest bid out of everyone at the end of the auction timer. The drama queen got angry and quit the guild, telling everyone in the world chat that we are corrupt, only giving guild items to friends. At this time, I'm just a ghost in the guild, going online to attend important guild events. I don't even talk much in the guild chat because I was still shy. In the end, the best way to deal with them was to not engage because eventually they'll get tired and stop typing if no one is engaging with them. Which was my first mistake because I defended the guild and our guild members in world chat, and now the drama goes on for a week. Then we were told to stop engaging with the drama queen, and then things just died down. This is probably a very fun experience for the people reading the chat, but as the one being targeted by the drama queen, this is nothing but irritating. Rank 3 is the hero. You all know who this is.
Oh, it's a lot better than we usually do.
Alright, thumbs up.
Ready, guys?
Let's do this. Leroy Jenkins!
These are the players who think that they are the main character in an anime, thinking that they could solo everything because they've watched so much anime that they're becoming too delulu. If your MMO has the double-handed sword or daggers as a class, then they're surely going to play it. It could be a dude in your party, your guildmate, or even your friend. On a dungeon run, they're usually the one leading the party to their doom. He would usually do hero plays like going in on a horde of enemies alone, thinking that he's built like a tank, then realizing that his class is not meant for that kind of play, and then immediately dying. If you're in a voice call, they're usually going to announce when they'll go in but end up just dying because everyone knows that it's a bad time to go in, while he alone sees something that's incredibly impossible to pull off. But still, he tries to do it and fails miserably. What's worse is he will try to blame everyone for not following him, saying that, "We could have pulled it off if you weren't a bunch of chickens." What's worse is that they don't care if they're causing trouble for their party members. You could all be dying and resetting the dungeon for 1,000,000 times. And they still haven't learned their lesson that they can't just jump into a horde of orcs and expect to be alive to tell the tale. If they like doing that, play a tank. But you know they're not playing that because they're looking for the satisfaction of causing a huge amount of damage to a huge clump of enemies. But there are these very rare occasions when they actually pop off and could even change the tide of the battle. And guess what? You're going to hear about this every time you question his plays. Rank 2 are the botters. These are the people who use software to auto-farm materials in-game. This is really unfair because imagine you grinded a monster that drops a very rare crafting material for a legendary weapon or a cool cosmetic that only a few people could get. You grinded it every day for a week or a month and finally got it. All that work could be done by a botter for only 3 days. Frustrating, right? You wasted all that time grinding the rare equipment only to find out that a botter just went down. Lay in the bed watching Netflix or playing other games while their MMO game is running in the background. And then they come back with a legendary loot with zero work and zero effort. Sometimes I don't understand why botters do it. The satisfaction of grinding for materials to flex to others is what an MMO game is. If you easily get an item, then why should you even still play? Maybe they enjoy the fact that they could flex it to their guildmates, but there's nothing to be proud of because of the way that they got the item. Another thing is, they're the ones making all the prices drop in your server. Simple economics. If enough botters farmed a rare item enough, then it wouldn't be so rare anymore, so everyone could be getting the item. Meaning that it's no longer special. You'll usually know when someone is botting when they're just following the same pattern every time that you see them. Then you'll call out to the world chat to report this botter, and then hooray, they got banned. Only to notice that they're back with just another name. It's a never-ending cycle. All this does is anger the community of players. That's why the botters are ranked as a menace in society. And lastly, it's actually a pay-to-progress game guy. If you've ever played a Korean MMO, you'll know what I'm talking about. They're always there to defend the MMO that they've spent money on. Because why would you want the MMO that you spent $500 on to die quickly because it was pay to win? What's annoying is their argument is always along the lines of, it's actually pay to progress, not pay to win. Like, sure, bro, you just bought all that gear to one-shot everyone like Elon Musk in Diablo 4. But yeah, totally fair. In my opinion, any power that you could gain by using real-life money in an MMO is pay to win. What's more annoying is they complain that there's no more content in the game while they already paid to basically skip the content of the game. Like, bro, of course you're going to finish it fast because you're just one-shotting everything that you see. Just accept that the game is actually pay to win and enjoy it. There's nothing wrong with enjoying pay-to-win games. This is the option for most people who bust their ass off working every day with only 1 to 2 hours of free time. This is the only game where they could keep up with everybody because they could spend absurd amounts of money that they grinded in real life to use in-game. But you need to understand that the majority of the MMORPG players don't like this practice because, frankly, companies make the pay-to-win so bad that free-to-play players seem so insignificant with them around because not everyone has money to spend on games. You may think that it doesn't seem as bad as botters and other things mentioned here. If that's the case, then you haven't seen a guy flexing that he's better than PvP than you, and you need to be more skilled when in reality they're just using their pockets to one-shot your face into oblivion. Did I miss anyone? Let me know in the comments who you think is the most annoying types of players in an MMORPG. And hey, if you enjoyed the video, drop a like and subscribe for more MMO chaos. See you next time.